Welcome to your T3 Scholar JumpStart. We are so excited that you've taken the T3 Pledge and look forward to sharing some important information with you today. Before we dive in, we want you to know that you'll be asked to complete and submit a form to confirm completion of T3 JumpStart. This will be shared at the end of the presentation, so make sure you stick around. We will use this time as an opportunity to provide clarity around how the T3 Pledge can benefit you, T3 program supports, and what actions you will need to take and when to become and maintain your T3 Scholar status at one of our partner colleges or universities. We hope that this T3 JumpStart will demystify your T3 journey and answer any questions you may have. Who is T3 and how can the pledge benefit me? Before we get started, here is a testimonial from a T3 Scholar from our 2021 cohort who is currently attending TCC. Daniela took the pledge during her senior year in high school, and we're honored to walk alongside her while she pursues her educational goals. The purpose of the T3 Pledge is to open doors and increase post-secondary opportunities for T3 scholars by providing access to a continuum of supports and resources that begin in high school and continue through completion of a post-secondary credential if you decide to attend a partner college or university. There can be barriers and obstacles to enrolling in education beyond high school, including credential, which our supports and resources are designed to remove, making pursuit of a post-secondary pathway more accessible and achievable. Let's talk about the job market in Tarrant County real quick. The reality is 65% of jobs in Tarrant County require some sort of post-secondary degree or credential, and this percentage is anticipated to continue growing. This means the best way to position yourself to be competitive in the current job market and obtain a living wage job, not minimum wage, is to pursue additional training and education after earning your high school diploma. A living wage is the minimum income needed to meet basic needs, for example, food, housing, transportation, healthcare, and other essentials such as clothing. Not to mention, there is a positive correlation between degree attained and earning potential, meaning the more education you have, the more money you are likely to make. Based on this chart, those with a high school diploma will earn on average $40,612 annually compared to those with an associate's degree, who will earn on average $48,776 annually compared to those with a bachelor's degree, who will earn on average $67,860 annually. Similarly, unemployment rates decrease as education increases. T3 believes that there is a post-secondary pathway for everyone, and that through the strategic relationships we form with local educators, businesses, and community partners, we will assist you in realizing your post-secondary pathway, support you with pursuing the pathway of your choosing, and completing it. We recognize that post-secondary pathways look different for everyone, which means our programming will support you whether you pursue a certificate, 2-year, or 4-year degree. In a certificate program, you will take courses that are focused on actionable skills needed to work in a specific industry or career. These typically require a year to complete, and you will leave with well-developed skills to apply to your field. Some examples of certificates you could pursue at TCC include welding, automotive, EMT, aviation, and vocational nursing. The following are jobs within growing industries that you could pursue by obtaining an associate's degree, which typically requires 2 years of full-time study or 60 credit hours at a community college. Cybersecurity, dental hygienist, medical assistant, legal support workers, construction, radiologic technicians, and avionic mechanics. Bachelor's degree requires 4 years of full-time study beyond high school at a college or university. Some examples of careers you could have with the bachelor's degree are in the fields of human resources, teaching, engineering, architecture, social work, communications, and computer science. Students that begin at a community college can transfer to a 4-year partner university to complete the remainder of their degree. Now let's talk T3 program supports. Before we talk about what you must do, let's discuss the comprehensive supports and resources you could receive in high school and at our T3 partner colleges and universities by fulfilling your pledge requirements. T3 virtual support. T3 will be available to support you from the moment you take the pledge to the moment you finish your post-secondary credential. Our role is to connect you with people and resources that will help you be successful on your way to and through the completion of your post-secondary credential. This may include your college and career advisor, college and career readiness coach, or someone in admissions or financial aid at a partner college or university. Our goal is to help support you and troubleshoot any road bumps along your way. Here's what you need to know. After you completed the pledge, you received a text message from us. This will be one of the ways that we communicate with you. We will send you important dates, reminders, and other essential information. You can respond back to that number whenever you have a question and we will get in touch with you. And if texting isn't your style, you can always email us at support@t3partnership.org. Another way we communicate is through our T3T, or Family Student Newsletter. As a senior, you will receive a newsletter at the beginning and middle of the month to help keep you up to date on all things T3. Should you need to contact us, please email support@t3partnership.org. If you choose to opt out of receiving communication from us, it is your responsibility to keep up with meeting the T3 Scholar requirements by each deadline. If at any time you would like to opt back into messaging, email support@t3partnership.org. Mentorship. While you're in high school, you will have the opportunity to sign up to participate in a free virtual mentorship program through the Student Success Agency, or SSA, provided that there are spots available. The Student Success Agency will pair you with an agent, also known as a mentor, that can provide you a variety of supports depending on your interest and need. These can include goal setting, ongoing motivation and encouragement, tutoring, financial aid support, and college and career exploration. Here are some important things to know. The support you receive is driven by you. Your agent will reach out to you at minimum monthly. With that being said, they're available to support you at any time. Feel free to ping them whenever you need them. You will also have access to your agent for a year, even if you end up attending a non-T3 partner college university. All services are virtual, can be done through your cell phone. Parent and guardian consent is required to participate. Ready to sign up? Just text the word agent to 214-544-9204 and follow the prompts. Now let's talk scholarships. First up is the T3 First Dollar Scholarship. T3 First Dollar Scholarships are applied before any other financial aid is applied and dispersed directly to your bank account, not through your university. The amount does not change even if you receive other state, federal, or institutional aid. Eligible scholars will receive $500 per year, that's $250 each fall and spring semester, for up to 4 years to use for academic-related expenses or emergencies. T3 First Dollar Scholarships are available at the following partner institutions: Tarleton, TCU, Texas Wesleyan, Texas Women's, UTA, UNT located in Denton, and UNT Dallas. As other universities are added, be sure to check our website at t3partnership.org for the latest information. T3 First Dollar Scholarships are awarded to T3 scholars who graduate from a Fort Worth ISD high school, enroll in a partner university, meet family income thresholds, and complete the Texas Success Initiative requirements, or TSIA. If you do not meet TSIA requirements, you will be asked to complete an academic success plan. Your family income level is based on the number in your household and the thresholds you see on this slide. This eligibility requirement is checked by your university when you complete your FAFSA or TASFA. Therefore, it's really important you submit your FAFSA or TASFA by the program deadline. To be considered for the T3 First Dollar Scholarship, you must apply to a T3 partner university, submit your FAFSA or TASFA and complete all required documents, complete all other T3 pledge commitments by the required deadlines, and enroll in classes the fall semester immediately following high school graduation. There is not a separate application process, but remember, we cannot determine your eligibility for the scholarship unless you've completed a FAFSA or TASFA. To receive funds, eligible scholars are required to attend a virtual info session before your first semester in college. Date and time options will be provided to you via the email you gave when taking the T3 pledge. Make sure your contact info is up to date and that you've opted into receiving communication from us. To remain eligible, you must stay enrolled and remain in good academic standing at your university. We'll give you all the details in the required info session. Alright, next up, T3 Last Dollar Scholarships. Still questioning how the T3 pledge can benefit you? Here's a testimonial from a T3 scholar from our 2021 cohort who is currently attending UTA. Kristen received both T3 scholarships, first and last dollar. Last dollar scholarships cover any remaining tuition cost after all Pell Grants and/or federal, state, or institutional aid has been applied. Therefore, you will only see this T3 award in your financial aid package if you have a remaining amount owed for tuition. If your tuition is already covered by any other financial aid, you will not need T3 Last Dollar Scholarship dollars. This T3 scholarship does not cover costs for housing, books, and other fees. T3 Last Dollar scholarships are now available at all T3 partner colleges and universities, including TCC, Tarleton, TCU, Texas Wesleyan, Texas Women's, UTA, UNT, located in Denton, and UNT Dallas. Woo! We know, all these eligibility requirements seem like a lot, but we promise, we'll help ensure you're informed along the way. You already took the T3 Pledge and are completing the T3 JumpStart session now. Way to go! Next, be sure you graduate from a Fort Worth ISD high school, apply to a T3 partner college or university, and submit your FAFSA or TASFA by the deadlines. Know what family income you need to meet depending on the school, and it's important that you are a Tarrant County resident if you're attending TCC and a Texas resident if attending a partner university. So what's next? Be sure to download your checklist at t3partnership.org so you know how many credit hours are needed when you enroll your first fall semester and more. To be eligible for T3 supports and scholarships, you must start classes the fall semester immediately following high school graduation. You can do it, and T3 is here to help. Like T3 first dollar scholarships, your family income level as reported on your FAFSA or TASFA determines your eligibility for last dollar scholarships. As this slide shows, specifics vary by what partner college or university you attend. For more information by institution, visit the T3 website. We have checklists available by school to ensure you have everything you need to know. As for deadlines, to be considered for a T3 last dollar scholarship, you must apply to a T3 partner university of interest, complete your FAFSA or TASFA, and all other T3 pledge commitments by the noted deadlines. While many partners do not require additional steps, there are some exceptions. Specifically, a separate scholarship application at Tarleton is due by February 15th, and at TCU, you'll need to submit your CSS profile in addition to your FAFSA or TASFA, a different kind of financial aid document. The deadlines graphic you see on this slide is an example of a resource we have on our website at www.t3partnership.org. It includes all of the priority and final deadlines for admission and financial aid. Be sure to go download this information and reference back often. Checking your personal email and other T3 communications is important to stay informed. To recap, if eligible, the T3 Last Dollar Scholarship will appear on your financial aid award letter. This scholarship is dispersed through your college's financial aid department, not by T3. You will only see this award in your package if you have a remaining amount owed for tuition only. If your tuition is already covered by other financial aid, you will not need T3 Last Dollar Scholarship funding. And some really good news. It's possible that you may be eligible for both T3 First and Last Dollar scholarships. To receive funds for either, eligible scholars are required to attend a virtual info session before your first semester in college. Date and time options will be provided to you via the email you gave when taking the T3 Pledge. Make sure your contact info is up to date and that you've opted into receiving communication from us. Continued eligibility for T3 Last Dollar scholarships are assessed on an annual basis, which means you will need to complete a FAFSA or TASFA each year. In addition, you will need to remain in good academic standing as defined by your institution. Don't worry, we'll be sure you have all this information when you attend the virtual session. Stay tuned! Now that we know more about T3 scholarships, let's talk about bridge programming. The goal of T3 bridge programming is to prepare T3 scholars for their first year in college. Programs and supports are designed to help incoming T3 scholars make a smooth transition from high school to and through their post-secondary journey. There are 3 required components. Think 3 for T3. First is T3 JumpStart, the session you're completing right now. Yep, you're doing step 1, way to go. Step 2 is for scholars receiving a first and or last dollar scholarship. You'll learn about this required virtual session via email and text. Keep a lookout. If you're attending TCC, this information will be part of your required T3 plus TCC Bridge program this summer. And step 3, if you have not done so already, please create a profile on T3 Connect, an awesome platform where you can network with other T3 scholars, college and university staff, and community mentors. This is where the T3 College and Career Success Team will communicate ongoing program updates, resources, and more. Get started today at connect.t3partnership.org. What's ahead? Your selected college or university will contact you directly via the email in your admissions packet with more info on where to register for new student orientation, extended orientation programs, and or first week of school activities. Orientation is often required to enroll in classes. If you attend TCC, there will be a special T3 TCC Bridge program just for you this summer, which also includes many of the components you see on this slide. What's more important to know right now is to keep an eye out for more information via email. If you ever have questions, never hesitate to connect with us at support@t3partnership.org. So we've talked about scholarships and bridge program requirements. Next up is persistence coaching and other resources. T3 is partnered with its colleges and universities to provide a variety of supports to ensure you stay enrolled and graduate. It's required to participate in your college or university's persistent program your first year to receive program scholarships and supports. Participation is defined by your institution and communicated directly by your institution. Be sure to check your school email for more information. Most schools have a monthly check-in with your persistence or academic coach and an all-cohort event each semester. Also be sure to check out T3 Connect often for latest program updates and resources. And last, should you choose to transfer from one partner college or university to another, it's important you let us know by emailing support@t3partnership.org. This helps us ensure we get you connected with eligible T3 scholarships and supports at your receiving institution. You can also visit the Transfer Student Resources folder in the T3 Connect Resource Hub. Alright, let's recap all T3's program benefits and supports available to you after high school, such as first dollar scholarships, last dollar scholarships, T3 Bridge Program, persistence coaching and resources, and transfer student support. Let's talk about all of the people in your corner and who to contact if you need support or guidance. Taking the T3 Pledge initiates a long-term relationship with us and our partners. Here are some of the people who are committed to supporting you to and through. While in high school, your Go Center team will be able to support you with completing college and financial aid applications, career exploration, and more. Make sure you stop by your Go Center today to meet the incredible team waiting to support you. Your guidance counselors, teachers, principals are also great resources as well. While attending a T3 partner college or university, you will have the support of various individuals, which can include a persistence coach, admission counselor, and more. Then there's us at T3. We'll be here for you throughout your journey. This is the Postsecondary Pathways team at T3. This team will be supporting you through enrollment at a T3 partner college or university. Feel free to connect with us if you have specific questions about T3 requirements, your T3 scholar status, and if you need to be connected to resources and supports. Once you transition to a T3 partner college or university, you will be supported by T3's College and Career Success team. This team will walk alongside you through completion of your degree or credential. Should you need support or guidance at your T3 partner college or university, feel free to email your higher ed representative using the appropriate email listed here. Now that we've talked about the T3 supports available to you, let's talk about what actions you need to take and when in order to gain access to them. In high school. While you're a senior in high school, you will need to make sure you graduate. To be eligible for T3 program supports, you must graduate from a Fort Worth ISD high school. If you transfer and graduate from a high school outside of Fort Worth ISD, unfortunately you will no longer be eligible. Apply to a T3 partner college or university by their deadline. This doesn't commit you to attending. We know you have options. We just ask that you keep your options open by applying to one of our partner colleges or universities. Complete and submit a financial aid application, FAFSA or TASFA, to all T3 partner colleges or universities you apply to by their deadline. This doesn't commit you to attending the school or to accepting aid. This does, however, allow you to secure financial aid should you need it and allows us to determine whether you are eligible for T3 scholarships. Complete 8 hours of community service. Complete required bridge programming. Work towards meeting TSIA requirements. Enroll at a T3 partner college or university and begin classes the fall semester after graduation. We understand students may want to take a gap year or a semester off. However, in order to remain a T3 scholar and eligible for our program supports, you will need to enroll and start classes the fall semester immediately following high school graduation. Once you become a T3 scholar at one of our partner colleges or universities, you will be required to fulfill the following requirements to maintain your eligibility. You will need to complete and submit a FAFSA or TASFA each academic school year while you are a T3 scholar and receiving program supports. Again, this is to ensure you have the financial support needed to support with the cost of college and verify continued eligibility for T3 scholarships. Eligibility for last dollar scholarships will be verified each year, which means if your annual income exceeds the scholarship threshold, it will impact your eligibility. It's also important to keep your cumulative GPA up. A 2.0 is required to remain a T3 scholar, and the cumulative GPAs you see on this slide are required to remain eligible for a last dollar scholarship. As for community service, you are required to complete 8 hours of community service to receive T3 programs and supports. Community service hours must be completed during the current year, which means you cannot apply hours you've completed a year ago. There will be a form to submit this information to on our website, and is due July 31st every year you remain a T3 scholar. Now that we've talked about T3 supports available to you, let's talk about what actions you need to take and when in order to gain access to them. I've applied and submitted my financial aid to a T3 partner institution. So you've applied and completed your FAFSA or TASFA at a T3 partner college or university? That's awesome. Here's what's next. Check your email. Once you applied, institutions will send you emails to keep you informed about the status of your application and if they need additional information. Make sure you check your email regularly and submit any information requested. You could be selected for financial aid verification, which requires you to submit additional information. Accept your admission and awards. If you decided where you want to go, make sure you accept your admission and financial aid awards you will need. This will allow you to begin working on next steps at the institution, like enrollment. Continue working towards your other T3 pledge commitments. Completing your application and financial aid is a huge step. However, there are additional requirements you will need to complete to remain a T3 scholar. These include working towards meeting TSIA requirements, completing 8 hours of community service, and graduating from high school. Stay in touch. Continue reading your T3T and text messages from us. We'll be communicating important information related to scholarships, bridge programming, and more. I've decided to not enroll at a T3 partner institution. We've enjoyed having you as a T3 scholar while you were in high school, but to remain a T3 scholar while in college, you must enroll and attend a T3 partner college or university. T3 program supports after high school are only available at our partner colleges and universities. This means you will not receive communication from T3 anymore or be eligible for our program supports. We wish you the best of luck as you continue through your post-secondary journey. I've decided to attend and enroll at a T3 partner institution. Congratulations! We're so excited you decided to attend one of our partner colleges or universities, and will have the privilege of continuing to partner with you as you embark upon your post-secondary journey. Now that you've made your decision, it is very important to complete enrollment steps at your partner college or university. This might include enrollment deposit, accepting financial aid, and connecting with your future institution, registering for academic orientation, bridge, and summer camp. Here's another message from a class of 2021 T3 scholar. Diana is currently a T3 scholar at TCC.
Hello upcoming T3 scholars. My name is Diana Flores and I'm here to talk to you about my experience with the T3 program. The T3 program has been extremely helpful to me in the terms of meeting new people and finding out new resources I didn't even know were available in my campus, such as the tutoring labs and the Career Advisement Center. One advice I would give the new T3 scholars is to not be afraid to ask for help. Good luck, T3 scholars.
Whew! We made it to the end of your T3 JumpStart. Let's talk about next steps. To confirm completion of T3 JumpStart, you will need to complete a T3 JumpStart verification form. This can be accessed using this link or QR code. Make sure you complete and submit this form immediately following this JumpStart so we can confirm that you've completed this requirement. Thank you for your time, and good luck as you embark on your post-secondary journey.